stock Meghmani Organics, which has attracted a lot of attention because of their expansion plans. We are being joined by the company's managing director, Mr. Soparkar. They are going to set up a new chloromethane plant at Dahej. Ashish Soparkar has joined in. Mr. Soparkar, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, actually, if you can first lay out your expansion plans and what will it mean in terms of increased debt for you?
See, when we say chloromethane, it is only two raw materials are used in chloromethane. One is methanol and another is chlorine. And chlorine is much bigger raw material used in chloromethane. We produce caustic chlorine and hydrogen at the Dahej plant. And for us, chlorine is available through pipeline, which is the safest mode of transportation. So chlorine is reasonably freely available to us. So we set up a chloromethane plant, and all the products are value-added products and of great demand. When we started Meghmani Fine Chem Limited, our debt was around 500 crores, but gradually we paid almost everything. Now our debt level has come down to less than 100 crores, and in a year or so, the company will be debt-free. So we are planning to borrow around 100 crore for a 140 crore project of chloromethane, which we will be producing September 2018 onwards.
So, 1 minute on your debt. As of now, you have 100 crore and you will borrow another 100 crore for the chloromethane plant. Is that right?
That's right. But the current debt of 100 crore will be not, we will be paying it in next 15 months. Okay. That is the schedule. Okay. And we are very, very comfortable paying them.
All right, Mr. Soparkar, so you become debt-free effectively by FY19?
Yeah, we should be debt-free of the old debt in a year's time, and we will be borrowing around 100 crore for the new project.
All right, Mr. Soparkar, you must be having some idea why you're going in for this forward integration. I think currently your chlorine plant has a capacity of around 40,000 approximately. How much of it would be used captively? Would it entirely be used captively? And now that you're going into forward integration, are the margins better? Will the revenues be better? Give us some idea on that front.
See, when we manufacture caustic, chlorine and hydrogen, all three products come at one time. No, let's say 80 tons of caustic will give 71 tons of chlorine and 2 tons of hydrogen. Okay. So that is the composition the products come out. And now chlorine is in little oversupply. So if we can consume or sell chlorine, it is good for caustic chlorine plant as well as the end product. So we thought of setting up chloromethane plant, which will consume 44,000 tons of our chlorine. So it effectively means 150 tons of chlorine every day, around 35 to 40% of our chlorine we produce right now. So that would be a huge help to our marketing team in marketing chlorine, because we'll be using 35 to 40% of our production internally.
Okay.
In the new venture.
All right. Mr. Soparkar, so when does the commercial production start for the new plant? What will it do to your revenues and when?
The commercial production should start from 1st October 2018. It should give us around 125 crore of top line and 25 crore of bottom line.
Okay, and what will it mean in terms of margins? You were telling Nigel? After it is after it comes up.
We believe that the cumulative 125 crore should be our profit, putting caustic, chlorine, KOH and chloromethane put together.
All right, Mr. Soparkar, for your first 9 months, you have done revenue of around 1,050 crores. Now you're saying that you're going to be having this capacity coming on stream. So when you have this capacity for the full year, what will your revenues look like? It's going to be 125 crores for the full year, or is it as you're ramping up capacity, then in fact we will see, the revenues going higher? And also if you could tell us, what's your current capacity utilization levels?
See, we are little confused between Meghmani Organics Limited and Meghmani Fine Chem Limited, which is a subsidiary. The chloromethane project is coming in the subsidiary, Meghmani Fine Chem Limited, and it will increase the turnover of Meghmani Fine Chem Limited on a one full year operation basis by 125 crores, 125 crores and 25 crores of profit. The first year we hope to achieve 60 to 70%, and next year around 95%. And that 95%, it will be 125 and 25.
All right, Mr. Soparkar, if you could tell us something more about your business, how much of your, what's your exposure currently? I believe that you had a lot of exports. If you could break that up for us, what is your current revenue coming from exports? What is it domestically as well?
Yes. See, Meghmani Organics Limited, which is the holding company of Meghmani Fine Chem Limited, is into two types of business, pesticides and pigments. In pesticides, the turnover is around 600 crore, and we export around 50%, and 50% we sell domestically. And the second segment we are into is pigments. We manufacture pigment blue and pigment green, and 85 to 90% of our pigments are exported. In agrochemicals and pigments, in both the sections, we export to around 70 to 75 countries in almost all continents. We have office in US, and we export to US and Latin America, Europe, Africa, Australia, Asia, and around 75 countries, as I said earlier. And Meghmani Fine Chem, which is a subsidiary of Meghmani Organics Limited, is into basic chemicals, where we manufacture caustic, chlorine and hydrogen.
Right, sir.
And now we are starting with chloromethane.
All right, sir, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us with all those details about your expansion. We have to